This is probably the biggest privacy nightmare we've come across. Today, we need to talk about Microsoft and their reveal of a new AI tool that they're implementing on all Windows computers known as Recall. So, for those that don't know, just last week, Microsoft revealed Recall, which was basically an AI tool where you can search up any keyword. It's supposed to be a more robust version of a keylogger. What you would do is, say you do anything on your computer on a regular day, your computer would actively take screenshots of everything that you're doing. It could be playing video games, it could be surfing the web, it could be looking up videos and images, or just working on your documents. Your computer will be taking images and screenshots of these things. Say you was looking up, I don't know, like blue sneakers, and you was thinking about it, be like, dang, what was the name of those blue sneakers? You can go to Recall and look up, hey, can you search blue sneakers in my history? And then what happened is your PC will then go through all the screenshots that has blue sneakers in them. Maybe you came across a web page, but you don't know what the web page looked like. It's like a more advanced version of the web browser. Like, you know, your search history that's on your Chrome or your Firefox or even Brave. This is a more sophisticated tool of that. You can just go to Microsoft's AI Recall and just say, hey, look up any instance where I was looking at blue sneakers, and Windows can say, yeah, no problem, I got you. I think that is actually pretty fucking scary. Again, this is like a more advanced version of like a keylogger. There's many reasons why you have a lot of people that are concerned about this, and for good reason even. So say you're typing passwords, say on like your social media or other private websites or business that you're tending to. Windows will be able to take a picture or a screenshot of your passwords unless you have it revealed. You know that little eye icon that you see on the field when you put in your password? But for the most part, if that's out and exposed, Windows can take pictures of those things. And to make matters worse, you really want to know where those images are going? It's actually being saved in your computer. So the only way to actually protect yourself when it comes to this is that you would need to regularly, or actively at least, delete these screenshots off of your computer so that, God forbid, your computer gets hijacked for whatever reason, anyone with malicious intent wouldn't go into the computer, go into that history that Recall has accumulated over time, and hopefully come across any compromising data that you may have because of Recall. That is actually fucking insane that we are here. I'm not sure if the public relations for Microsoft is out here just, you know, saying like, yeah, just reveal this, just reveal it just like this. I promise, people are gonna love it. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they knew there was gonna be pushback and they already have a plan ahead should in case it does go through any backlash. In this case, it is. They're catching the eyes of a lot of cybersecurity experts. You have people that are legitimately concerned about the fact that everything that they're doing, Windows is taking images and screenshots of these things, of these activities, and who knows what Microsoft is doing with that information. Mind you, it doesn't have to be just passwords to all the social media and other important accounts that you may have or hold dear to you. It may take pictures of, say, your health data. Maybe you're putting information on your Amazon because you want to get something shipped to you, and now you have a computer that's taking screenshots of that information. It could take screenshots of your debit or your credit card information. You could just say, oh, I forgot, what was it, MasterCard? And then it will probably pull up screenshots of any transaction that you did that involved you using your MasterCard, which is honestly pretty crazy if you think about it. So it's not even the users that are raising eyebrows and expressing concern about this application or software program or this AI tool. We'll just call it an AI because that's exactly what it is. We have a UK's independent regulator for data protection and freedom of information, the Information Commissioner's Office, or ICO, told CNN it is investigating the tool to understand the safeguards in place to protect user privacy. We expect organizations to be transparent with users about how their data is being used and only process personal data to the extent that it is necessary to achieve a specific purpose, the ICO said in a statement. So for those that don't know, ICO is just basically an office that holds public interest or upholds public interest when it comes to the handling of people's information and data. They're not there to, shut down recall and say, hey, you can't do that. You gotta get rid of that or we're gonna tell on you. That's not really their goal. Their goal is just, hey, listen, we understand it. Technology is moving quick and everything, but we can advance technology while at the same time not putting the end user's data at risk. There's really no reason why you should be having these people's information. There should be no reason why this AI would take screenshots of people's sensitive information, like their banking or their taxes or their health information and a whole lot more. Now, I don't want to be all doom and gloom about this and say that, oh my god, recall is coming and it's going to eat up all of our data and use it for profit. Let's just assume here that Microsoft uses some common sense and decide, you know what, we're not making this mandatory. It is going to be installed into your systems, but if you want to disable the feature, you're more than welcome to. I'm not sure if they're going to add the option to uninstall it, but then at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if people come up with a creative solution to actually get rid of recall off of your computer entirely. But for now, for argument's sake, let's just say recall is here to stay, but you can disable it. Even if you disable the feature itself, who knows what Microsoft is keeping track of when you're using your computer? Just because a particular tool is disabled doesn't mean that Microsoft isn't working behind closed doors just gathering some information about you. Now, again, I'm no law expert here, but I'm pretty sure there are some terms of service when it comes to using a Windows operating system where Microsoft does have some access to information that you didn't think they would need, whether you know about it or not, and they don't need recall to get that permission. But if you were to ask me personally how I feel about this AI tool that Microsoft introduced, honestly, I think in theory, it sounds great. Like, hey, you can search anything you want and you'll never be lost again. Just think of it. Put in the words in the search bar and then boom, your computer will be able to recall the instance in which that said keyword that you're looking for showed up on your screen. I think that in itself is pretty cool when you hear it, but then when you put it into practice and you slap Microsoft right on top of it, yeah, it is going to bring about security concerns. Because for me, for instance, I use my computer for a lot of things. I stream, I do banking, I file taxes here, I put in my job information here. There is a lot of bits and pieces of information on my computer that I don't want Microsoft to gain access to. Even if Microsoft gave me the ability to uninstall or just disable, it's still a concern that a program like that is in my computer and therefore someone could utilize that for malicious intent and exploit everything that I have here. They can literally just, again, go through my local files, look at all the screenshots, and take all that information and hope that they can get some screenshot where I put in, my emails and my passwords. It's almost like a Black Mirror episode all over again because, again, it's just people using AI and thinking it's better or it's more robust or sophisticated when in reality, no, that is not the wave. Other than that, guys, that's really all I have today. We'll see how this thing goes with recall, but it's being investigated. Hopefully, they regulate it at least. I'm sure recall isn't going to go anywhere. Hopefully Microsoft, kind of rethinks this whole thing because this is pretty scary. Until then, that's about it, y'all. Peace.